select this one. It will automatically assign the H and R as a capital letter.
Yeah.
In proper function. But similarly, if we go for upper function, similarly if you are going for upper function, what does upper function do? It keeps everything in upper values. It gives all the values in upper values. So lower means already it is in lower. Already the text is in lowercase, small. There is no uppercase only. Everything is smaller case. So
Okay.
proper means first letter and middle letter. Name letter it will give you in capital letters. This everything in capital letters. This is everything in small letters, which is lower function.
Yes.
Okay, team. So the easiest way of doing, like I can, so I have to write the formula for next rows, right? So the easiest way of doing is just I can copy paste the formula. Okay, suppose if I'm here, I can just drag the formula by selecting everything. By selecting everything and I can drag the formula, but I'm giving you for the practice, just do the practice. So this, if you drag this one or copy paste this one, I'll easily get to know that you have copy pasted this one. Okay. Next, we'll discuss about.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, open the previous table. Sir,
Yeah.
sir in Sudarshan, sir.
Okay.
Sudarshan in this word, A is double right, sir.
Yeah.
Sudarshan means in find we can find A, sir.
So SUD or SHA, Sudarshan.
Yes, sir.
So you have to find the second A, right? So
Yes,
first
sir.
A. So you know, you have to apply some nested functions for this. So first for the first A, to find within text, which text, this is a text, and
Okay,
starting from first character. So
Okay.
you got first A is in fourth one, correct, right?
Okay. Sir.
The
Yes, sir.
first A is in fourth one.
Yes, sir.
Now I wanted to find the second A.
Yes.
Second A for in which character? So what is the, why you are giving this one here?
Because dual
Your
is
context. Yes.
Why we are giving this one? So
this one is
we have to find A character in the C7 text starting from first. It should start from first. From S it should start searching. So we are giving 1. So similarly, the first character is in 4. Again, I'll write the find function. Find. Which one I have to find? A character.
Yes.
So within which text? In this text, comma, starting from
4.
Is it 4? Fourth
No,
means
sir.
fourth one will be 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1. So it start from 5. So in which position it is? 8th position. So did you get this one?
Okay, sir.
So this D7, what is this D7? Fourth. Again we have the formula here. So if we come here, again we have the formula. So this is the formula we are writing in D7. Okay. So we got the second. So we have to think bit logically. So only logical thinking is required here. Nothing else. Okay. There is no much code involved. There is no coding only, first of all. You don't have any coding here. Only logical thinking, simple formulas. Okay. So this is how we get the second values. So before,
Suppose if we have to find the spaces in between, then how we will write them?
spaces, how many spaces in between?
Yeah, yes.
So we'll use this in find only, we'll use a space here. Instead of we are finding n, right? We'll just use space.
Okay.
Just we'll give space. Instead of character, we'll just give one space bar. Okay. Next. We'll go what relative reference, absolute reference. So we have not completed the text functions. So rest you have to do this one. I'll give some assignment on the text functions also. First you have to fill this one. Before filling this one, I have to make sure that you should understand what is relative reference, absolute reference, and mixed reference. relative reference, absolute reference. Mixed reference. So now I have the data here like 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have a set of values here. I have a set of values. So team, can you see here the values? So I wanted to do just a sum function. How I wanted to add this 2 and 3. I wanted to add this 2 and 3. So it is visible, right? Team, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, no.
So I'm adding 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 is, which is D3. This is columns. These are columns. A, B, C, D we have, right? These are columns. These are columns. And these are rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 is rows. So if I'm here, what is my cell name? Name means this is the name box we have. So name means A column and second row, which is A2. So now I'm here. What is my cell name here?
G11.
G11. So G11. So you can see in the name box. Okay. So next. So this is my cell name. Next. Suppose I can refer any cell from here. I can refer any. Okay, before referring, first we'll go with the additions. So now I have this cell and this cell added. So what is the total answer I'm getting? 5. So now I'm copying this 5 and I wanted to paste it here. What is the answer I will be getting here? If I copy this one, if I paste it here, I'm copying this 5. If I paste it here, what answer I should get?
5 only. The same formula will get copied there.
7, 7
It will become 7. Okay. So I'll tell you why. So this is relative reference. This is relative reference. This is relative reference. In relative reference, I have D3 plus E3. So now my cells are in D3 and D3. So if I'm shifting one cell right, this cells also, this blue color from this blue color is referring to 2. It will shift right side and this cell will shift right side. So now I'm in first cell. If I go one cell right, what it happens now? So this will shift right and this will shift right. If I'm going one cell right. So what will be the total answer if I'm shifting right? 3 plus 4, 7. I'm just copying the formula. I'm not copying the value. I'm just copying the formula. So I just copied the formula. So if there is a formula, first of all, it gives first priority for formula copying. If there is nothing formula, suppose see here. Now I'm copying and pasting it here. There is no formula inside. I have only it has only value, 6 value. So we are copying and pasting the value. When we copy paste, it'll get the value. Suppose there is a formula, then formula will be copy pasted. So now I'm copying this 7 and I'm pasting it here. So what will be the value?
13.
So team, only few people are responding.
13, sir.
Yes, 13.
13. Okay. So you know, right? Relative reference. What is relative reference? So once if you now I'm referring here, if I'm coming down. So now I'm here. If I'm copying this 13, if I'm coming down, the same will be copy pasted. The same formula will get repeated. Suppose if I'm coming down still, the reference cells also will come down. If I'm going one cell right, the reference cells also will shift one cell right side. So team, you are clear with this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this
Yes,
is very
yes.
basics you have to understand. So with this is relative reference. So now we'll go for absolute reference. What is absolute reference? Okay. So now I have the value, this cell plus I have these cells. So these cells, sorry, equal to I have this value, which is I'm freezing. This is absolute reference. Freezing means absolute reference. So I have to just press F4. I have to just press F4. You'll get the dollar symbol assigned for this column and this row. So now I'm referring to 13. If I paste it here, what should the value I should what value should I get here? So suppose now I'm copying 13. If I paste it here, so now
13.
15.
13.
15.
13.
So I'll get
Yeah,
13 only because these cells will not get incremented. So we have
Okay.
kept the freezing. This we have freeze the cells. We kept the lock for these cells. So wherever you paste, if you paste it here also, you'll get the same value because we have freeze the cells. Okay. So this is freezing. So which is called as absolute reference. Absolute reference. So in absolute reference, we are freezing. In relative reference, we are not freezing the cells. It will automatically get related and it will increment. Okay, it will get incremented. Okay. So in absolute reference, we are just freezing the cells. If you are freezing the cells, this will be as it is. So next, absolute reference is done. Now we'll go for a mixed reference. So I have already told you. What is this? These are all columns, and these are all rows. You should have good understanding on this one. Like this is fundamentals, rows and columns. Now I'm taking this value in mixed reference. I'm just freezing the cells. I'm freezing the rows only rows. Place. I'm selecting this one. I'm freezing only rows, not the columns. Can you see here? There is no dollar symbol here. There is no dollar symbol here. I'm just freezing only rows. So let me go here and explain you clearly what happens. So now I have 13. If I copy paste it here, I'll get 15. If I copy paste it here, I'll get this one. 11. So it's just like no relative reference only. If I copy paste it here, but the other logic is, so because I have freezed 4, always the reference I have freezed 4. So my value should be always in 4 only. So see here, my 4, it is in 4. If I come down, this, can you see here blue color and red color, everything is in 4th row only. It is not coming out of 4th row. So suppose if I paste it here, see here, still it is in the 4th row only. So if I paste it here, still it is in the 4th row only because this 4th row is freezed. So in 4th row, it can go right, it can go left, it can go left and right, but it cannot come down because we have freezed the 4th row. It is in 4th row only. So team, did you understand?
Yes.
So because we have freezed the 4th row, it is in 4th row only. Suppose I wanted to freeze the columns. Let me freeze the columns now. Equal to, I'm selecting this 2. I'm selecting this 2 and I wanted to freeze the columns. I'll press F4, again F4, again F4. Now the column, the dollar symbol is in front of D, which is column. Place. I'll select this one. The dollar symbol should be in front of column. Okay. So now my reference should be here only. My reference is here only. You should not go beyond this one. So now I have freeze this one. So I should not come out of those columns. So I'm pasting it here. See here, this is here in the same way. Just I'm pasting it here. Still it refers to the same way. But I can go up and down. So I'm going down. So see here, it is coming down. So if I'm going up, it is going up. So still I go up. The reference cells will move only in D and D because we have freeze D and D. It can go up and down, but it cannot move. It cannot move out of this row columns. It cannot come out of these columns. It can move up and down. Similarly in row also. Similarly in row also. In row only it can go right and left, but it cannot come down. So this is mixed reference. Putting. Are you clear with these references?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now if I go to text functions, now I have written a formula for this one. So if I copy paste the same formula for this one, if I'm copying Sudha, if I'm pasting here Sudha, what will I get here?
We'll get
ARN. So you should have this understanding. For this understanding only, I took this relative reference, absolute reference, and mixed reference. Okay. The same. So you might be aware, like you might be not aware. Why this? We have copied this chemical, right? We have copied this private, right? If I'm pasting it here, why this NATI is coming instead of private? So we are copying the formula. We are copying and pasting the formula. The formula is referring to first. When it was here, it was referring to this one. When we come down, it refers to this one. When we again come down, we come down, it refers to this one. Okay. Team, are you clear with this?
Yes, no.
So
Yes.
today for summarizing our session, we have gone through what is the data types. What are the data types? So what is our role? Which role we are going to enter? Okay, and what we are going to learn in this classes, Excel classes. So what are dimensions and facts? Like quantitative and qualitative dimension and facts, and some like some values, some expressions what we use in database, how we use, and how do we compare the dimension and facts, and what is extra data and geographic values. So this is also a qualitative only, but we have separately categorized this into city, state, latitude and longitude. Okay, this is data and geographics. Operators, what operators we have used, greater than, less than. We have gone through achievement formula, growth formula, basic formulas. Okay, and aggregation functions. What is an aggregation? What is an aggregation?
Some
So aggregation
Sum, count, average.
Sum, count, average, minimum, maximum. These are aggregate functions. Aggregated value means one single value.
single.
We'll get one single value. So these are the aggregation functions. Okay. Next, we have seen text functions. The use of text functions: left, right, mid, concatenate, length, upper, proper, lower. These are the text functions. Okay, and relative and absolute reference. Absolute mixed reference. Relative reference means there is no freezing. Wherever we go, it will increment. If you are going right side, the cells will move right. If you are going upward, the cells will move up. If you are going left, this will go upward. So there is no freezing in relative reference. In absolute reference means both columns and rows will freeze. So there is no change. So it will be as it is. In mixed reference means only columns will freeze or only rows will freeze. If you are freezing any row, so this will be the entire will stay in a single row. This these references will not come down or come up because it is in fourth row only. We have freezed the fourth row here. Similarly, if you are going for the column freeze, we have kept the freeze in only for the columns D and E. See here in front of D and E we have kept. So it will be only in D and D column. It will not come out. It will not go left side or right side. It will go. It can move up and down in the D column and E column only, but it cannot move right and left. So this is absolute reference. Okay, team, do you have any doubts in today's session? So this is basics. This is basics of Excel you have to learn. Tomorrow we'll go with text functions. I'll give you some text functions. We'll use the nested function and text functions. Logical functions and text functions will complete tomorrow. Lookup and mathematical the next day, and statistical and date and time the next day. Okay, ribbons. So within 6 classes we have to complete everything, and 2 classes for your assignments. Okay, team. So
Okay,
if you have any doubt, you can ask. Else we will log off for the day.
Okay.
So team, Saturday, Sunday we have 3 hours classes. I have already told you. Saturday, Sunday we'll have 3 hours classes because there are so many people entering into the market. So within a month we have to complete everything and we have to be perfect.
Okay.
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 Okay, team. Thank you. Thank you very much.
అయిపోయిందంట